Since the beginning of Chamberlain Hrdlicka, our philosophy has been to develop good clients, do excellent work. We began as a group of colleagues and friends who at one time worked for the IRS and/or the tax division of the Department of Justice. We were collaborative but not competitive with each other or with the firm.
Nobody knew our name. We were competing with some of the finest law firms in America, and we never got a shot at a case unless somebody said, oh, this case cannot be won. And so I'd like to think that we're going to retain that hunger. I'd like to think we're going to retain the deep, deep gratitude for good work.
Entrepreneurial. That is the best word I can use to summarize where we are, where we've been, and where we're likely going.
We've succeeded beyond our expectations when we started, but we were never bashful about our expectations, and so we were always optimistic we would be successful.
We started as sort of a tax boutique, and I think over the last 60 years, the management has made very strategic decisions to grow in an organic way and not acquire other firms just for the sake of acquiring other firms and not just boost headcount. That we've really tried to invest our resources in making sure that we're developing the talent from within.
We have tax in our DNA, and the firm has a very strong tax practice now, but over the years, as our clients' needs have expanded, we've become a full-service firm in the sense that we now have a thriving immigration practice, a lot of commercial litigation, and intellectual property, which were not here when the firm began.
The firm has done a great job in evolving to support the women that we have associates and shareholders. It's one of the aspects of the firm of which I'm the most proud.
I was the first female shareholder, I think, from the Atlanta office. It's been really nice to see the ranks of women and diverse lawyers grow as we've grown.
It stayed the same in the sense that I think we've been able to retain the hunger.
We've only just begun. We're not resting on that. You don't get to a place and then go, whew, we're there. We get to a place and realize, okay, now where? And I want every lawyer in the firm to feel that.
Well, the thing I love about Chamberlain is that we can practice at a very sophisticated high level, but at a mid-sized firm where culture is top of mind. And enjoying the people that you work with, to me, is the most important part.
When I was a senior in college, I wanted to get a summer job in a law firm so I would find out what I was about to get into. And I was peddling my resume around town and had a few offers from the big firms. But my dad met a lawyer who had worked with George Hrdlicka at the Justice Department and gave me his phone number. I called up, asked for an interview, came downtown and met George Hrdlicka and Bob Waters, and started out in the mailroom as the messenger boy doing whatever odd jobs needed to be done. So I've literally gone from the mailroom to the boardroom.
I want them to know that we do sophisticated legal work and that we're entrepreneurial. We can do complex projects across, corporate, finance, tax, intellectual property, privacy, cybersecurity. The firm looks for trends that are coming down the pipe, whether it be AI, whether it be changes in the law that we think are going to be happening, and then proactively helping clients address those things.
I want people to think about, specifically with regard to tax, solid tax firm, 60-year history, and just a commitment to client service and a great, phenomenal work product.
The people are what make Chamberlain so great, and the focus on maintaining that culture, not growing for growth's sake.
What I'd like them to know is this is where you can end your career. That, we started out, my group of people, my generation started out as associates here and grew to really have some of the best practices in the firm now. And I'd like the younger people, the new associates, to know, and hopefully that they can do the same thing and their generation do exactly what we did.
This is a firm that gives people the opportunity to rise as high as they want to rise. We have certain standards that we expect people to make to succeed in this firm. And if they meet those standards, they're going to succeed beyond their wildest dreams.
A firm is impacted in a bigger way by its managing member than any other one thing, I think. And those managing members have been superb in carrying on principles that largely Hank Chamberlain created.